Hi, this is Lee O'Malley. I'm a realtor with Weichert Realtors in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Bucks County, Pennsylvania. My office is in Doylestown, and I live in Philadelphia. Want to talk about co-ops and condos. It's a question that has come up a number of times this week, and I don't know why suddenly people are bringing it up, but I have noticed more co-ops being advertised on the third-party sites like Trulia and Zillow, Realtor.com, and so those, and they're often represented as though that they are condos, and so in fact they are often co-ops. And so let's cover some of the differences because they are strikingly different, and what you end up with is also strikingly different. The main distinction is what you end up owning. Okay, so with a condo, you have a private residence that's owned by an individual or a family, and it's in a building or a community, and you share the common areas with other condo owners. So you're buying the actual home and a share of the common elements like a garage, gym, lobby, elevator, pool, those types of things. Now, with a co-op, and condo is short for condominium, and co-op is short for cooperative. Now, cooperative, you don't technically, a co-op, you don't technically own or buy the property at all. And yes, again, that means you don't own the property. What you're buying is shares of stock in a corporation, and what that gives you and allows you is the ability to occupy a specific apartment in that building or community, and you are given a proprietary lease, often for a significantly long period of time, can be 50 years or so, and that comes along with your stock certificate, and that allows you to stay in that property. Now, you become a voting member of the building, and just like everyone else, and everyone has an equal say and share in the property, and they have an equal vote. And so you vote on any decision that affects the building, and you also, one of those decisions is who lives in the building. So you have to be approved by the members of the co-op to get into it, and that holds true if you're selling the property too. So or selling the co-op, you have to be, that person would have to be accepted by the community, by the co-op, in order to get in. So it can make things a little challenging. We'll talk about some of the pros and cons there. There is a third type, and that is townhome, and I'll cover that maybe in a different little segment. But essentially, these three are can be really great avenues for someone that a single family home and all the responsibilities and maintenance and everything that goes along with it may be prohibitive, or just something that you just don't want in your life, and that's certainly valid. So the pros for condo living are one, you truly have ownership, and that means you are building equity in that ownership. It can be easier to finance than a co-op because you have collateral there that a bank can go lean back on, and your fees, they cover maintenance, and you have fewer restrictions on what you can do inside the interior walls of that condominium than you do with a co-op too. So it can be a lot more easy to rent the property, or rent the condo, or even sell it, because again, it just needs to be financed, and that's the only criteria. You don't have somebody saying yes or no to the actual person that wants to purchase the property. Now, the cons are that a condo typically has a higher closing cost. You have closing costs that go along with having a mortgage and financing and an exchange of title. So that's something that is can be a little bit more create a more expensive scenario. So anyone can buy in though, and that may be just like it can be a pro, and it can be a con too. So anyone can buy in and be your neighbor. You don't have a choice of who that is, and so that can be beneficial or not. Now with a co-op, you have typically a lower price up front to get into the community, and so that upfront cost can be a little bit significantly lower. However, you probably won't be able to finance it. Most co-ops do not allow financing, and if they do, it can be challenging to find a lender that will finance a co-op, frankly. But you do get a sense of community. Many co-ops have a shared purpose or a shared something common amongst the residents, like maybe everyone's an artist in the community. The amenities can be better in a co-op. Everyone shares in the amenities and gets to decide on them. So you do have co-ops that have pretty nice amenities. It can be a really great way to work. Now the cons are monthly fees tend to be higher. often significantly so, in a co-op. And so that can make it challenging. It is also harder to sell, as I said. So it could be much more difficult when they can't finance it and you've got to get them accepted, by everyone else. So that can make it a little bit tougher. But that said, for people that, again, don't want a traditional single-family home and the burdens and responsibilities that go along with it, here you have both apartment-type situations that are, a little bit better than leasing, in that you have a fixed, basically what you're paying every month isn't going to go up. Your monthly fees might go up, but at least the purchase of the property or the buy-in to the co-op essentially affords you a pretty much the same amount of payment every single month. That's not going to go up like your rent would. So that could be a really nice thing as well. So townhomes have a little bit different, and kind of like a little in between of both. And so I'll talk about townhomes another day, but I just wanted to cover up some of the basics on the difference between condos and co-ops, and hope you found it helpful. If you need any assistance making a decision or helping you find a co-op or a condo to live in, I'd certainly love to help you. Give me a call. I'd love to work with you. My information is in my profile. You can also direct message me. Look forward to speaking with you. Hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.